Yo, what's up, guys? Another video. This time we're gonna go over TradingView tips and tricks or basic fundamentals, just the user functions, the basic stuff that people like to use, stuff that I like. So I'll mainly be going over the way I like to have my chart set up, what's more aesthetically pleasing to me, what I like to see, and if you want your charts to be similar to what mine look like, which is just a flat black background and just some candlesticks with no lines and stuff, I'll show you how to set that up, as well as some shortcuts and stuff and some drawing tools and things like that. So we'll get started. So first thing off the rip for me, if you want to reset your charts to default to follow me, you can come and click Manage Layouts. Click Settings, and then you can click Template down here, and then just hit Apply Defaults, and your chart will go back to the defaults for TradingView. First thing for me, I don't mind. I like the white background. I think it looks nice. It's just that it's too bright, right? It blinds me. Most people are like that. So the first thing I do is I just click my name up top left corner and I switch to dark mode. All right. So now we have a black background, right? But I still see vertical and horizontal grid lines that are bothering me. My preference. So next thing I'm going to do is click the settings wheel again up top right. And I'm going to go down to appearance right here, and then you see vertical grid lines and horizontal grid lines. I'm going to change the opacity on these to 0 like such. Click OK, and you notice the lines are gone, right? I still have two lines running horizontally across my screen. It's post market and then where we close that today, so I'm going to remove those as well. I don't want to see that either. So I'll go up to symbol and last price line, I'm going to remove that, and you'll watch that line disappear. And then pre and post market price line, I'm going to get rid of that one as well. So now my charts are bare, just like I like them, right? Nothing on them, very simple, ready for me to slap some technical analysis on it. My preference, doesn't have to be yours, but showing you how I set mine up. So we'll open up the settings wheel again up top right corner. We'll go over a couple of things. So the first thing in the symbol, you're going to see body, borders, and wick. Obviously those are your candles. You can change those colors to whichever you please. I just keep them standard. I don't bother messing with that stuff. I'm red and green is fine to me. I know some folks like to switch up and maybe do the black and white thing. There's some psychology stuff behind that where people think that red is associated with fear and stress and stuff, and they I understand. I get all that, but I just keep mine red and green. And then we go down to session, and you're going to see regular trading hours. Click the drop down, you'll see extended trading hours. If you want to see pre and post market, they'll be shaded in these boxes over here. So this bluish and this tannish color. I normally keep mine on regular trading hours. You can also change that right here. You can click this button down here, RTH. It stands for regular trading hours. Or you can change over to extended trading hours. Up to you. It's personal preference. I typically just stay on regular trading hours. I do glance at extended, but mainly stay on regular trading hours for me. For me, I'm on Central Standard Time, so that's my time zone, whatever yours is. Market opens at 8:30 for me as opposed to 9:30. So that's that in the symbol. Status line, I don't mess with anything there. Scales, I typically remove pre and post market price label, but I'll leave it on for the video just so you guys can see where things are at. Everything else I leave as is. Appearance, if you want to change your background, you can do so. I just keep mine standard. I like the way that looks with nothing on it. Everything else from here, I'm pretty much topped out. This is how I like my settings in terms of appearance, right? It's aesthetically pleasing to me. It's what I like. And now my charts look ready for me to slap some technical analysis on them. Okay, so next thing we can talk about, so ticker symbol, obviously type that up here. So if I wanted to show you guys Tesla, we'll remove drawings. So to remove drawings, stuff like that, you can right click the chart and you can just go down and click remove drawings. If you want to add alerts to a specific price, you can right click and add alert at that price level. So obviously here, back to this, this is where you put your ticker in and then your time frames. If you click this drop down, you'll see all of the time frames and then these stars next to it. These stars, I click them as my favorites, and when I do so, they appear in this toolbar up here. Notice if I unclick the 1 minute it goes away. If I click it, it's there again. These are my favorite time frames. I like to leave them up there. I'm just used to it. To be honest though, if you really want a faster shortcut, you can honestly just type 1. There's your 1 minute. You can type 5. There's your 5 minute. You can type 1 day, 1D, and there's your daily chart. Quite a bit you can do from that regard. So we'll go back to a 5 minute chart. We'll stay here for the sake of this video. So yeah, you can favorite whichever time frames you want and leave them up here at the top. All right. Next thing, you probably noticed me just sliding the price up and down to make things a little bigger or a little smaller. All you do is click and hold the price axis over here up and down and drag it, and that'll work for you. If you have a mouse and you want to look, at price that's, farther left, you can scroll your wheel on your mouse backwards, and you'll start to be able to see significantly more price action. Or you can simply click and drag down here at the bottom like this. Right? And then also you can click your chart, hold it, and you can move price like this as well. All right, very simple stuff, but a lot of people in the classes and stuff when we're giving them are, basically lost on TradingView and having to kind of figure things out on their own, which is okay. It's not too difficult to learn, but I feel like a quick video, kind of summing up some of the things that we do will make things a little bit easier for you guys. Hopefully. If not, we can always discuss more in detail. So on the left side over here, you're going to see all of your tools, your drawing tools and stuff. So you can click that. You can change your cursor to a cross, a dot, an arrow. Right here are your trend lines tools and stuff, and regression trend lines and parallel channels, everything. I only use trend lines and horizontal lines from this drop down, and I favorited them, and notice how I favorited them, and they end up on this toolbar right here. This toolbar you can drag and move wherever you please. And so all I did was go through here and figure out which tools I like to use the most, and then favorite them, and I have them here set for me. So if I go through here, you'll see horizontal line and trend line, like I said. In here you're going to see some fibs, quite a bit of stuff. Don't use most of it, but you can star each one of these that you use more commonly and get it put onto this little toolbar for you for a shortcut. And then here's some drawing tools. So your brush, your highlighter, rectangle, circle, ellipse, path, curve. You get the idea. And then some text. So anchored notes. The only one I use here is price note. Price note looks like this right here. I can click anywhere, click and drag, and then I get a price note for that price. So I'm able to see what price went to from where to where. Remove drawings. So I favorited price note and text because those are the ones that I commonly use. Sometimes I'll use call out or a balloon or a note, anchored note or something, but I don't use it often, so I haven't favored it. And that's that from the tool side of things. Let's go over some shortcuts for horizontal support and resistance and trend lines, and ways you can draw lines on your chart a little bit faster than having to click up here and click horizontal trend line, or here where you would have to click this. You'd get a cursor and then you click, and that's where your line would go, right? Instead, if you're on a PC, you can hit Control H and you'll get a line. Control H, Control H, Control H, Control H, Control H, Control H. Right click, remove drawings. If you want to draw a trend line, Control T will change your cursor, and then all you have to do is click, hold, and click again, and then there you have your trend line. Remove drawings. Let me show you guys another little thing with the drawings that you'll like quite a bit also. Is, let's say I was drawing resistance up here at the top and I hit Control H. I'm on a PC. Actually, I'm on a Mac, but I have my keyboard set up as a PC. So if you're on a Mac, I believe it's Option H, if I'm not mistaken, for horizontal support and resistance, and it's Option T for a trend line. But I'm using a PC setting, so Control H, and then you'll get your horizontal line. And notice how it's automatically colored this green color. If I click the line, I get this box over here that pops up. Let me unclick so you can click it, so you can see. I click the line, and here we go. So I'll bring this down, and then now what I can do is I can open this up and I can change the color if I want yellow. If I want to make this line a little bit thicker, I can do that. If I want to, if I want to change the line from a line to a dashed line or a dotted line, I can do that. You can do whatever you want. I just personally leave them on 1px, and then I leave it on just a normal full line like such, and that works for me aesthetically. Colors wise, I like to change my lines every few days, just because I don't typically clear my charts very often. So if I chart out, let's say for instance I chart out Tesla today and I'm using yellow lines Monday and Tuesday, come Wednesday, if I'm wanting to, do some more technical analysis on Tesla, then I know those lines that I applied were yellow were from Monday, right? And now I'm using green on Wednesday, so I know those are new areas of interest for me. It's just something I like to do. It doesn't mean you have to do it or it's the correct way or anything like that. It's just my personal preference. So that's how you do some of the basic features, or contend with some of the basic features on TradingView. Now, if you wanted to add, let's say you wanted to add some indicators to your charts, up here at the top, you're going to see this icon or tab that says indicators. You click that, and then you can search for your most favorite indicators. Let's just say that we want to search for a relative strength index, right? So RSI. I type in RSI, it automatically pops up. I click it. Whoa, not this one, sorry. Let's get rid of that. Click indicators. Don't know what happened there. RSI, and there it is. So we click that. I don't know what's going on here. Something is messing up. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll add one of our indicators. And you'll see that you get your indicators to pop up on your charts. And you'll get them on this tab right here, which you'll see an eye. Actually, let me add one more so you can see sort of what it looks like when you have multiple indicators. You'll get this drop down right here, and this drop down will contain all of your indicators. So and each of those indicators have settings, and you'll see this eyeball. This eyeball just means you're going to hide the indicator. So notice as I click the eyeball, everything is going to disappear like such. And if I want to see them again, I simply click the eye and they're back on again. Right? If I want to remove the indicators, I can just hover over each one and click the X, or I can right click my chart and click remove indicators. So any indicator that you're interested in, that you've probably run across on YouTube, or you've used in the past, you simply go to indicators, click search, type in the name of the indicator, add it to your chart. You'll see it populate right here in the top left corner, and then you can use it. So up here on the right, you have your chart, the name of your charts, right? So this happens to be my main chart. I have a few other ones listed down here, and you can switch between layouts depending on your subscription. Through TradingView, you can have up to X amount of charts per subscription. I don't remember off the top of my head what they are. I think I get like 10 if I'm not mistaken. And so you can have multiple templates for different ideas, right? Maybe you have supply and demand going on one chart, and you have something indicator based on another layout, and you want to flip between. You have that option by going up here. You'll see this other icon right next to where your chart layout is. If you click that, you can select the layout. So let's say I wanted to split my screen. I'd click this, and now I have Tesla here because that's where I clicked that. If I click over here, I can now come back up here, and let's say I wanted to look at Apple. So on the right side of my screen, you'll notice, if I move this toolbar out of the way, it says Apple. We're on a 5-minute chart, and here's Apple's price action for 5 minutes. If I click the left chart, you'll notice this box is going to get highlighted blue like such, and you can see now I'm on Tesla's chart, right? So if I wanted to watch a couple of different tickers at once, I could do so in the same window by simply clicking up here and selecting the format of my choice. If I wanted to do this one instead, I could have Tesla up top, Apple at the bottom. It's your preference. And this is also going to be subscription based. The higher your subscription, the more windows you can use, or the more layouts, right? Let's go back to a basic one. All right, so that's basically, I think that's mainly all. I think right here you have candles. I just stay on candles. I don't ever change these to bars or columns, but you have that option, you know, Hakanashi or the Rinkos or whatever you choose. I just stay on regular candlesticks. I'm old school with it. I think that's probably it that I can recall. If you do have the upgraded TradingView packages, then you can also click this camera icon up here and you'll get a drop down where you can save chart images, copy links to them. I normally use the copy chart image. So it basically just copies the entire chart and I can paste it wherever I need to. So if I'm doing a class and I need to send somebody a chart, or if I'm trying to help someone with their technical analysis, I can use this function. It works really well. It grabs everything formatted correctly and stuff. So works really well. I think that's pretty much it. On the right side, there are some toolbars. I'm sorry, I forget. You have your watch list here. You have your alerts, your news for the respective stock that you're on. Some more of the exchanges, your calendar, your ideas, public chats, private chats, There's a ton of stuff in here. Honestly, I don't use very much of it. I will click news here and there, but for the most part, I stay pretty much just where I'm at. I don't mess with anything else. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or want to see something else in specific, feel free to reach out to us, like the video, subscribe. Yeah, so have a good day.